If you think about how hotels used to set their prices, it was all spreadsheets and gut feelings, right? Well, not anymore. Now the entire game is run by AI. Today, we're going to dive into this massive shift and what it really means for the future of hospitality. Hello and welcome. I am a hotel AI expert with extensive experience in modern hospitality operations and performance support. I am so pleased to welcome all of you, the students of Europe Hotel School, to your online learning journey. We truly look forward to supporting your professional growth in this incredible industry. All right, so here's our game plan. We'll start by looking at the old way of doing things, then we'll jump into the rise of these AI autopilots. After that, we'll peek under the hood to see how they work, explore how the manager's job is changing, and finally, we'll tie it all together with some real-world results. Let's get right into it. So before we can really appreciate the future, we have to understand the past. For decades, hotel pricing was this incredibly manual and, let's be honest, often frustrating process. Just picture it. A revenue manager, completely buried in spreadsheets, maybe changing rates once, or if they were lucky, twice a day. That was the reality. But today's market? It moves at the speed of light. A surprise concert announcement, a competitor's flash sale, that stuff can change everything in a matter of minutes. The old, slow, reactive model just can't keep up. No way. So the market desperately needed a new tool. And that's where this whole concept of the autopilot comes into play. Automated systems that are actually designed to navigate the chaos of modern hotel pricing. And at the very heart of this autopilot is something we call a dynamic pricing engine. So instead of a person making a couple of big changes, this engine is making hundreds, even thousands of tiny, precise adjustments 24/7. It's constantly reacting to the market in real time to squeeze out every single dollar of potential profit. And that's the whole point, right? The goal is absolute precision. It's about making sure that not a single penny is left on the table. It's about capturing all those little opportunities that are just too fast and too frequent for any human being to possibly spot on their own. Okay, so this all sounds great in theory, but how do these AI engines actually, work? What's really happening behind the screen that makes all this powerful automation possible? Well, it pretty much works in a constant loop. First, it plugs right into the hotel's brain. That's the property management system, or PMS. Then it just starts gobbling up data from everywhere. Competitor prices, flight schedules, local events, even what people are searching for online. The AI crunches all of this data at once and adjusts prices constantly. We're talking hundreds, sometimes thousands of times a day. And what's really fascinating here is that not all AI systems think alike. So you take a platform like Duetto, for example. It uses what's called open pricing. Think of it like a free-form artist, pricing every single room type and every sales channel completely independently to find the absolute perfect price for that moment. But then you have a system like Atomize, which is more of a partnership. The manager sets the strategic boundaries, a minimum and maximum price, and then the AI has the freedom to optimize and find the very best price within that framework. Now, this kind of technological leap is huge, for sure, but it also demands an equally significant leap in our mindset. The role of the revenue manager isn't being replaced here, it's being elevated. It's becoming more important than ever. Which, of course, brings up a really crucial question. If the AI is handling all the tactical, minute-by-minute pricing decisions, what is left for the human manager to do? Well, the answer is simple, really. You become the strategist. You are the one guiding the machine. You're the one who sets the big picture goals. Are we trying to fill every single room no matter the cost? Or are we pushing for the highest possible average daily rate, the ADR? You provide the critical context that the AI just can't see. You're no longer a tactician stuck in spreadsheets. You're the commander of the entire strategy. And here is a perfect real-world example of this partnership. So let's say a major concert gets announced nearby. The AI will immediately see that surge in demand and start raising prices. But your job, your new strategic role, is to provide the context. Is this a luxury music festival that's going to attract high spenders? Or is it more of a student-focused event with a budget-conscious crowd? Your input literally fine-tunes the AI's logic, making sure the pricing strategy is a perfect match for that specific opportunity. So let's bring this all home. What does this all mean for the bottom line? Let's take a look at the tangible results you get when you finally make that shift from spreadsheets to true strategy. Look, for this whole partnership to work, managers have to trust the AI. You can't just hand over the keys without knowing where the car is going, right? That's why the absolute best platforms are built on transparency. They have features like a price insights panel that shows you the why behind every single pricing decision. It's like having a flight recorder for your entire revenue strategy. So, for example, a manager might see that a rate for a Saturday 6 months from now just went up, and they can ask why. Well, the system will show them the booking pace for that specific day is already trending 20% higher than the average for the last 52 weeks. This kind of data-backed reasoning completely removes the guesswork. It frees up the human team to focus on the bigger picture, like going after new corporate contracts or identifying whole new markets. And we're going to end here with a thought for your own careers. This technology isn't coming, it's already here, and it's freeing up thousands of hours of manual work all across the industry. So the real question for you, as the next generation of hospitality leaders, is this. With an AI managing the day-to-day tactics, what incredible new strategies will you create?